Let me see.
What's that one? Rip right Hadith to say, oh, we good off him. No freaky. that joker there. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. Y'all know what time it is. We in the building.
I don't know when you didn't get that.
What's up, TD? And Wavy Romy Prince.
Yo, what's the word? What's the word?
He will be light. What you looking for? This.
Oh yeah, all right, we good. We Gucci. All right.
Okay,
Yes,
guys.
sir. We in the building.
Good news. We got 75 followers on Twitch. Run it up. Impossible Bands is this. Yeah.
Yo, can we hit 100 followers on Twitch
Yo, Wavy Rome.
right now? Can y'all
What's
get
the
over
word?
there right now and go follow us on Twitch? Sell on the bars.
Detroit here. What's good? What's good? I just got word about something was supposed to be popping off in Chicago. But you know, I'm gonna be in the Midwest. Game Bros, you know that we in the building. So obviously I see the title. He will be okay, Ka, that is. Nah, yeah, we working. So we're gonna talk a little bit about Cenat. And the thing is, unfortunately, the internet is the internet. So like if you're on the internet, people are gonna talk about you. Why don't you come to Europe? I'll be in Europe this year, inshallah. I'm supposed to be coming to UK soon. So stay tuned for that. Mental health is important, has to be taken care of. Indubitably. I'm going online with him tomorrow morning, GFTS. Okay, with Gus. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Big Will knows what's up.
What's the word? What's the word?
Who's
y'all?
Cenat? Okay, we gonna get into it. First let's ask Chat GPT because I don't really know who Cenat is. And I'll tell you why. Like I just found out about Ka maybe a year or two ago, but I just knew who he was because I had this idea and found out that Cenat and his team had already
AMP.
had already did the specific idea. He did it with streaming. I was trying to do it with my bros in calisthenics and do like a YouTube house and all of that stuff.
AMP phase. They already kind of did something like that. But AMP really kind of changed the game when it comes to the way they kind of took over with the streaming and the YouTube, and all of them kind of got their own platforms and their own lanes, but they also come together and have these major projects that they do together, and it's dope to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so shout out to Cenat, man. Shout out to all of the streamers. Shout out to the people that, put in that work. Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. So let's see if ChatGPT could give us a breakdown because we want to know in in-depth detail. We can still do it with YouTube, Rip. No, that's a fact. We're doing it. Hold on. What's going on, chat? I'm trying to figure out, like, because I'm on live stream right now with my peoples, and we're talking about Cenat breaking down with his mental health, but we don't want to get into that. We want a brief history on Cenat. Who is he? What's his net worth? How did he start? I mean, and like what's going on with him, like up until the present day. Not about him leaving streaming or any of that. We just want to know like the history, him starting from beginning to now.
Absolutely. Cenat is a popular content creator and streamer known for his entertaining live streams and YouTube videos. He started gaining traction around 2018 and 2019 with comedic skits, vlogs, and challenge videos. Over time, he transitioned into live streaming on platforms like Twitch and YouTube, where he built a huge following. As for his net worth, estimates vary, but it's generally believed to be in the range of several $1 million. Thanks to his brand deals, sponsorships, and revenue from streaming and YouTube ads. In terms of his journey, he started from a pretty humble background and grew his following through consistent, engaging content. Over the years, he's collaborated with other big creators and even hosted events and giveaways, which have kept him in the public eye. Let me know if you need more details on any specific part.
All right, thanks a lot, chat.
My man be talking to Chat GPT like that's his best friend.
That's my man, chat. Check him out. AI, you know it in the building. All right. So clearly the man is worth several $1 million. Lies. His net worth is over $20 million. I think so too, bro. So he just made $6 million in the last 2 months without streaming at all. Not one time. So obviously, y'all know he was dealing with some female. So this is the word that's on the internet that I heard. She asked him for a Benz wagon.
Yeah.
For her birthday.
It was a video I seen the other day actually.
And he like, nah. I mean, what you asking me for a Benz wagon for? You probably already got a G. You know what I mean? You know how it gets sometimes. I don't know the ins and outs of it. Why she said no. I mean, why she asked for it. Why he said no. XYZ. So she, I guess, left him based on that. That's the word.
According to the internet.
But we don't know if cheating was involved. It was any kind of hands put on. We don't know what's the entire situation. The internet is saying she asked for a Benz wagon and he was like, Nizar, negative. And then she left. And NBA Youngboy
came through and was like, that's what I heard. That's the word on the street. I don't know if it's 100% true, but that's what they saying. Will Knowles said, but he wants to be a fashion designer. He's been saying this for years. I mean, granted, but you don't gotta watch him because him gonna activate the camera and then blame it on me.
That. Bro, listen, I'm sorry, y'all. We not gonna get too much into the chat. We're getting too much into the chat is gonna deter us from what we got to say.
No, that's a fact. So, we're gonna get to the chat in a minute.
Yeah, we're gonna get to the chat. Mind you, NBA Youngboy has how many baby mothers?
I don't know, like 14, 15 or something like that. Nah, it's wild. Actually, ask your friend ChatGPT.
Nah.
He got over 10 easy.
No, you lying. Hey, Chat.
I'm here and ready to help.
Yeah,
Let me know
Chat.
what you need, and I'll do my best.
NBA Youngboy, how many baby mothers and kids does NBA Youngboy have?
As of the latest information, NBA Youngboy, whose real name is Kentrell Galden, has had several children with multiple women. He has 9 children in total, and the number of baby mothers is around 8. The details might change over time, but that's the general count as of now.
Alright, so he got 8. My fault, y'all. Maybe he got 8 baby mamas and 9 kids. But I heard it's more than that. So that number sound a little... I know he got over 10 because they were saying him and what's his name? What's the actor? The dude, he got that show. You know who he is, Nick Cannon. They're saying him and Nick Cannon, they in a race or something because the amount of baby mamas they got is unparalleled.
Yo, bro, that mean you letting loose. You shooting up every club. Like, with blatant disregard. Yo,
Blatant disregard.
Yo, bro, with impunity. All right, so now, obviously, Cenat seems like a cool guy. I don't know him personally. I don't know how he is in a relationship. She's with him. She leaves him based on that G-Wagon situation. NBA Youngboy swoops in, gets with her. He has 8 baby mamas and 9 kids. What you think you about to be?
Yeah, you about to be, what's that, number 9 or 10, whatever. Yeah, that's unbelievable. But you know what's crazy though? It's the fact that, you know, the caliber of female that you end up with. A lot of these dudes end up with women that allow, you know, they be in the mix. You know what I mean? Meaning they done been with multiple dudes in your quote unquote industry, or you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, they gotta be put out there to the internet. It's just like very weird as to why these dudes with all of this money can't just find a good woman who's, you know what I mean, like to the side, who's gonna be well taken care of and not into all of this other foolishness. You know what I mean?
I get it, but you got to think about it. When you got a lot of money, obviously you got to do a lot of vetting. The vetting process is going to be a lot more difficult when you become super successful, unless you backtrack.
Go back to, you know, something, you know, something from the past, basically.
Yeah, and you know, like, she was with me when I had nothing, and I did her dirty. Now I'm going back to her, and she might jack you now even more because you got something. So you never know the situation. These women be with you for 10 years. You get married, and then 6 months later they file for a divorce, and then they leave with half or more than what you're worth. You know what I mean? The judge gave her more than what you was worth.
Yes.
Bro, I'm seeing these cases with child support and I'm like, yo, bro, some of these men are going insane behind being with the wrong female.
Yo, 50, what is, I mean, listen, I know Kanye West, billionaire or whatever, hundreds of millions of dollars, whatever you want to call it. But I think Kanye paying like 200 and some $1,000 a month in child support.
See, and that's crazy.
That's ridiculous. I don't care how much money you got. That's ridiculous.
See, so my whole, let me tell you my take on this situation. Cenat lost his girl, right? Whatever. It happens, bro, to the best of us, to the richest men, to the most, I don't care.
Listen, man, Jeff Bezos lost him woman.
Bro, whether you
She
know,
took about 30, 40 billion, not million,
she
billion.
want a rich man, then she'll cheat on you with a broke one. In this case, she went with a dude that had more money or whatever and more quote unquote fame. But it is what it is. That's not what I really want to talk about with the Cenat situation. I want to get into the streaming aspect because I am now a streamer.
That's a fact.
Me and Qasim, me and Mel, TDN network, we are now streamers, so I understand the situation. However, we are nowhere near, even if we decide to take our platforms and put it on Twitch and say we got 865,000 followers.
Still don't even compare.
Compared to where these dudes is at. So check this out. He hasn't streamed for 2 whole months. Mind you, what he got? How many million followers he got on Twitch?
I think it's 1 million.
No, he got 1 million that's subscribed.
Oh yeah, it's 1 million subscribers.
So
I'm not sure how
on
many
Twitch,
followers he got.
On Twitch, you
got followers and subscribers. It's a little different from YouTube. So your followers are just people that follow you. Your subscribers is the ones that are paying.
Okay, so now your followers get to watch you, and there's ads. They're watching your video and there's ads. So you can have 3 million followers, but then
I'm sorry, he got 20 million followers, and he got
1 million subscribers,
and he got 1 million subscribers paying him. I think, what is it, $6.99 or $7.99, something like
$4.99.
$4.99, yeah.
Bro,
that's $5 million a month.
Yes, he made over 6 million in the last 2 months because of
we know Twitch takes they big cut, so nobody got to mention that in the chat, but. Still, the gross $5 million a month to do streaming, doing what you love to do is amazing.
And now, let's focus on what streaming actually is.
And it's actually 3 months it's been now.
Streaming is you. These people that are paying to watch Cenat live stream with no ads, they love you. Cenat, they're paying attention to you. They are subscribed to you for a reason because of you. You're not an NBA player and decide, I'm not going to play basketball for 3 months. I don't care about my contract. I'm going to take anything that they throw at me as far as penalizing me or whatever. I'm quitting. I'm depressed. People going to be like, damn, man, I really love watching my man LeBron play. But when LeBron leave the league, you think they're going to stop watching the NBA?
Nope. Negative.
No. But if you stop streaming, I'm not saying they're gonna stop watching other streamers. No, but they're paying you specifically for you. So when you stop streaming, that's an issue. So I'm not saying Cenat to stop streaming. I'm saying, how do you not stream for 2 to 3 months with no word to the people that built you up from this to here? So like my wife just pulled up on me and she like, yo, the guy you was talking about, Cenat, he's not a regular guy. He's been doing fashion, so I think that's his passion. He wanted to go, and I'm like, yeah, but he still left 1 million subscribers. I'm not talking about the 20 million that's following him on Twitch, the million that's paying him. He left 1 million paying people, ghosted them for 2 months.
3 months.
3 months now. And grossed over $6 million in the 2 months. Right? With no word. We know he going through some things, but what I'm saying is he should at least brought it to the internet. And some people are like, nah, that's too much. Yo, talk to your peoples.
Yeah,
What,
there's a lot
like-
of people that's going through depression. I mean, and a lot of people could relate to that. But the fact is, like you said, the people is paying, expecting to see you. They're trying to support you and what you got going on, or whatever it is, and then you just disappear and MIA for the next 3 months. That's kind of wild. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's kind of wild. And you might be able to use your platform to help and, you know what I mean, somebody else. Now, I don't know. I did hear something else where it was like, oh, well, he's not really gonna quit, but he's gonna like just pivot and he's not gonna be like streaming like he used to and all this other kind of stuff. That don't even make no sense to me.
And that's fine. Bro, quit, pivot. What I'm saying is don't leave people high and dry for 2 months, 3 months. Come to the internet like, yo, I'm going through it. My shorty left me. So my wife is like, you never been depressed. I'm like, yo, you know what? I was locked up. And when I was locked up, I got with a female and I bonded. When you locked up, the outside is everything. I'm 18, 19 years old. So I know. And I found out, she ghosted me and then she got with some dude while I was locked up. And when I tell you, what like the dope fiends, they be in a bro, heartbreak hotel. So my wife is like, getting heartbroken ain't the same. Why is he depressed?
Heartbroken.
It's from that. If he still had his girl, he would have still been streaming. He would have been a regular guy.
He was talking about, yo, I ain't never dating no more.
So
I'm just like, what kind of...
So all of that is based on that. Now he got heartbroken and now he might trash every single woman he's with after that. Possibly might become a dog, a low down dirty shame. All I'm saying is I've been hurt. And I'm not saying depression and mental health is not real. But I think it's an issue when people are paying you that type of money collectively and then you walk away with $6 million and not stream. And your bank account is fluffing and you make a video 2-3 months later and then you say, you know what? I think I'm gonna be a fashion designer. I'm gonna quit stream. Like, what did the streaming people, the audience, do to you?
Nothing.
Your girl left you. Did she leave you because of streaming? Now maybe that's a reason to say, you know what? Streaming has took over my life. I can't function. There's no balance. I lost my girl due to streaming. I lost, family. I don't go to functions. I'm too super busy. But as a streamer, you could just quit for 2 months and still get 6 million. So obviously you making your own schedule. So what?
I'm gonna be honest with you, yo, streaming is literally one of the best forms of content that you could put out there, because if people are streaming, they are getting genuine fans or people who want to see them or watch or is interested in what they're doing. It's not like any other form of entertainment. It's not a video where it's just like, oh, he put a good video together and he's talking about, you know what I mean, this person, that person. Nah, the streaming aspect is your mistakes, you stuttering, there's no cuts and you're going to redo this over and over again. You could stream whatever you want to. You could stream your workouts. You could stream, people streaming a mukbang. They just sitting there eating all day. You know what I mean? Like, people streaming running around town. People streaming traveling. People streaming just talking to people. They just streaming whatever. So streaming is it's wide open now. I'm not saying that it's the easiest thing to get into in the sense now everybody's trying to stream because everybody's trying to catch on. But if you want to be a fashion designer, right? And I don't know, maybe he decides to do this. But this whole process, he could have been sitting there streaming and going and, you know what I mean, learning how to become a fashion designer or picking out clothes or fabrics or whatever. And maybe he will. But I think that based upon what I've seen, it seems like he feels like streaming has put him in a box. and where he can't do nothing else. And I just also feel like it's convenient though that all of this started and he stopped streaming at the same time as this situation with his girl. It just don't make no sense.
Yeah, and listen, this is not a shot at Cenat. We're just trying to figure out like what is going on, and people are mentioning in the chat.
Somebody said, bro, his fashion thing won't blow up. I don't know. I mean,
It's possible.
it's possible.
Are they gonna follow you, your fans, or your fans gonna follow you, or your fans gonna follow you,
I knew he was gonna do that, y'all.
or your fans
You
gonna
just can't.
follow you from streaming to fashion designer? Maybe some of them, maybe not. We don't know. You know, listen, women is gonna be women, men are gonna be men. But what I'm saying is, you gotta man up. Somebody said it was the humiliation, the ritual. He got embarrassed on camera. That's a possibility. To be that dude, to have that type of money, to get anything you want, and then eventually it's well known like your shorty done left you for another dude. It's embarrassing, but it ain't gonna cause me to go dormant. What's this dude doing?
I don't know. This camera's like stuck.
Stuck where?
It keeps moving back.
All right, hold on. There we go.
Now look at this. What we're gonna do? We're gonna switch the camera because my man he just can't help to not talk without his hands, yo.
We got
freaky. So what we gonna do is we're gonna fix this camera.
We have a motion camera.
We're gonna fix this
My camera
camera.
don't like you, bro. There you go.
And that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna fix this camera and we're gonna go back to it because your man just can't resist. Yeah, but I don't know. I just feel like these dudes be getting all of this money and opportunity and be using people. They got they fan base, they build them up, and then after that they just, you know what I mean, they just decide to not quote unquote give the people what they paying for, what they want.
It wasn't real. She was just gold digging. I don't know. You never know. And it's possible because if you left me for a G-Wagon, you definitely was gold digging. Come on, a G-Wagon ain't no money. I just made $6 million in the last 2 months without streaming. I could get you a G-Wagon on my day off if I wanted
She
to.
probably got a driver.
You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that was nasty work. My whole situation with that is,
Let's see if Islam activate the camera again.
my situation is that is Cenat, you know, is he ready? Is he ready to leave streaming, go into fashion design and flop, and possibly you going broke or losing your money or not making that same amount of money?
Yeah, or you're not being lit no more. People going over to, and you know what I mean, another audience.
Yo,
basically.
Salute.
Somebody else came through in your lane and just cooked it, and you just, you know what I mean? It just don't hit the same no more.
Yeah, because anything can happen. You gotta take your blessings, and you gotta.
Bro, when you're in your prime, you're in your prime.
Bro, he's in his prime, bro. He's.
That's like I Show Speed disappearing. Yo, he disappeared after he did the America tour joint for like a couple weeks, and it was like, hold on, Slim, what you doing? You know what I mean? They was ready for him to go on tour again, and now look, I think maybe a month and a half later, max 2 months, he was already back on tour. Now he touring the whole of Africa. Bro, it won't always be. It don't matter who you are. For the most part, when it comes to content, bro, you gonna break down, and you not gonna be him no more. That's just what it is, bro. We stopped hearing about what's his name, the Muslim brother who be doing the, you know what I mean, the joint with no talking.
Oh yeah, Kabam Lam, something like that.
We ain't hear about him in a little minute, but I'm not saying that he just fell off. He not popping, but everybody has their wave, and you gotta be able to capitalize.
Ginger Blend said it's nerve-wracking, but I believe he will be good. If not, he can fall back on comedy. He's not a comedian.
Nah, I don't think. I'm be honest, I don't think he's that. I don't think he's that funny.
He ain't funny. He better. Let me tell you something. People get $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, 5 million, 10 million, and they start to really think that this money is everlasting.
Facts.
And then the moment you start thinking like that, like you can just bust a play, and I'm not saying he's lit right now, and people kind of like him. He'll put up a post right and get 1 million likes.
Yeah, that's a fact.
So I think he can still pop with it with his brand, but it's still, no matter who you are, it's still 50-50.
Don't abandon what, you know what I mean, what made you who you are. And, you know what I mean, in that sense, you know, it's not like, I mean, if there was some other reasoning, maybe there is, perhaps. But, bro, you can still always do what you're trying to do now. And, you know, some people saying, yo, it's just a marketing scheme, it's a marketing tactic. But the fact is, bro, he literally did just abandon streaming. So.
And people are saying, yo, he's smart. He about to do a Kanye. He about to. Bro, Kanye ain't right.
Yeah, Kanye ain't right in the head.
Bro, just because you about to do a Kanye don't mean that's so.
Yeah, it's.
Bro, in my opinion, I think he can quit streaming. I don't blame him for that. You feel like I'm done. Everybody retires. Can't do something forever, right? But you probably can. In streaming, you know, you can plug up your TV until you're 90 and be chopping. You know what I mean? But what I'm saying is the way he went about it, I feel was incorrect. Yeah, don't forget where you came from. Don't forget what got you lit. Don't sit there and not stream for 2 whole months and get $6 million from 1 million subscribers with over 20 million followers on that same platform. As we said, the followers and the subscribers is different. The 20 million followers that that watch him, only 1 million of them get to watch him without no ads. The other 19 million are not paying, so they got ads.
They got other little benefits too, like he might turn off the chat and it only be to the people who subscribed or members or whatever it is. You know, things like that. But the point is, bro, people paid. They paid their money and they expecting a quote unquote service, or they expecting tonight. I could get the whole idea of, you know, you feeling like maybe you want to do something else as well, you know, because he's young. I mean, I think he's younger than me, actually.
I mean, I don't really know Cenat whole spill, Ginger, so I can't say if he put a lot of people on. I don't know his situation. Like I said, I found out about Cenat a couple years ago, but I never studied him. I never watched him. But I'm into the live streaming now, and I've been seeing a lot of things and hearing a lot of things about his situation and not streaming. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and one person said, yo, you can retire off of 1 mil, 500K, depending of course.
Bro, I will never retire if I get 1 mil. That's a fact. Bro, if you get 1 million subscribers, 1 million people who's paying their money every month, what you need to retire for? For you to be streaming?
I'm not saying he got way more than 6 million. I don't know what he got, but I know for not streaming in the last 2 months of not streaming, he got $6 million paid out to him from Twitch because of the 1 million subscribers he got. That's paying him $4.99 a month. So those 1 million subscribers, not to mention the other 19 million that's not paying you, but they subscribe to your Twitch, bro. That's bad for business.
So yeah, so I think it's $4.99 a month, something like that. And there's 1 million. He has 1 million subscribers, which is $5 million. And I think because he's so lit, because he's Cenat, I think he might have a very big what do you call it, like payout, basically. You know what I mean? It's like a good split, basically. It could be an 80-20, maybe 80 his favor, 20 Twitch, I don't know. But let's just assume that he's got a 50-50, right? Because Twitch be wilding like that. But, you know, it is what it is. You got a 50-50. You got a 50-50 split. And he made $2.5 million for that month. You know what I mean? Like, that's, like, to me, that's ridiculous. $2.5 million, and you didn't stream for the last couple months, and people got this on this charge on their card, on their bank account every single month. So just in that aspect, when you start thinking that you're quote unquote bigger than the program, and I'm not saying that that's what it is, but when you put yourself ahead of these people that decided to support you, it's a messed up situation.
Yeah, so my son is doing Rip Right 2 times a day. He is looking amazing. Much respect. Somebody asked, does the Rip Right actually work? Ginger Blends popped up and said yes. Thank you so much, Kelly, for letting him know. Yes, the Ripstick actually works, and we're doing a lot when it comes to the Ripstick. Check us out on TikTok. If you got over 1,000 followers and you're trying to actually sell the Ripstick, you can apply to be an affiliate and get the Ripstick for free and just promo and make sales, and you'll get about $6 per Ripstick that you sell, which is good because you sell 400 or 500 Ripsticks in a month. Think about it, and it's possible because it's been done.
Yo, do me a favor, yo. Listen, go to Twitch. Go follow us. It's free. Just follow us so we could build up our Twitch following or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So we would appreciate it. If you're on Instagram, also you could get over to YouTube. You could sell on the bars and go subscribe to us there. We're trying to build up that page as well. Or you could obviously, worst case scenario, you could just go follow on or watch on Rip Right HD.
Who that my guy, Warlord.
But just it's better to just leave Instagram and do us a favor. Do us a solid and just get over to Twitch or YouTube and watch the streams or just follow us, you know what I mean, there.
Yeah, the Ripstick is that device.
Yo, bro, let me be your clipper. Yo, hit us up. DM us on Instagram.
Who is that? Yes, okay, yeah. Droll output. Yeah, check us out, 718-865-2873. Send us a text to our community text and we'll lock in with you. If you overseas, yes, thank you, Ginger.
I got my Ripstick in 2020, 2021.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about that content. Yeah, Face Mob all day. He got his he been having his Ripstick. Yeah, so that's my whole thing, bro. Right now, if we go to 1 million followers, that's paying us $4.99 a month, and something drastic happens. For example, somebody passed, something, may Allah protect us. Something happened. It's a serious situation. You don't just disappear. You don't. But you know what? I think that Dave Chappelle is a strong individual. But he walked away off on a $50 million contract.
I was about to say, it was like 40, 50 million.
So, and then he came back and he's tougher than ever. Like how, his mental situation, and he was huge, freaky when it comes to his stand-up.
How my man activated camera again.
His stand-up was lit. He was that dude.
Yeah, I think, I'm going to be honest with you. I realized that, do you feel like this mental health thing when it comes to content creators is like more common than not? Like, it's just like...
But it's not just content creators, because you see Martin Lawrence. You see all of these...
Martin Lawrence got mental health problems?
Bro, Cat Williams. All of these people... Like, that's a big thing with like celebrities, especially comedians. They go crazy, disappear. Remember Martin Lawrence was running down the Ave, they said, wilding out. He said, man, I was high off that bud.
Nah, I ain't hear about that.
Yeah, Martin Lawrence, all of these people go through their little things. And I don't even know if, I can't say, I haven't been there. And I've been through some things, but to be at a level as Martin Lawrence, as a Cenat, as these people, as a Dave Chappelle, and then lose it. You know what I'm saying? In the fourth quarter is like, wow. You know what I'm saying?
Said they got all the money but no life. Laugh out loud.
Yeah, Cat Williams had a mental breakdown. A lot of these people are having mental breakdowns, and it's not difficult. I'm thinking maybe it's also lack of God, bro. Because I'm not saying you not seeing.
So as a successful streamer, what would it take you think like to quit? Like if you making even if we start making $100,000 a month, right? From even let's just say 50. We're gonna say $50,000 a month. We make $50,000 a month from streaming. Like, and obviously, assuming that it grows from there, you know what I mean, we get more money from there. But let's just say we had $50,000. What would it take to quit?
What you mean? What would it take to
Like
quit?
what you think like what your breaking point would be? Would it be like on some, oh, this person, my family passed away, or I feel like I want to do something else, like.
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something.
Okay.
Whatever else other excuses they be coming up with, I'm not excuses, but other reasonings they come up with. You know what I mean? Like, yo, my dog died, or something like. What is gonna take? Like, you think any of those reasons is like nah, bro. I mean, we make 50. You know what I mean? Like a month. From
somebody done told you wrong, huh? Oh my God!
Listen, bro, there's no breaking point, and Allah knows best. I'm not saying that. And I think mental fortitude is needed, but I think that when you have a relationship with God, and then I'm not saying, because I think a lot of the mental breakdown is also having to deal with the jinn. Right, and a jinn is like a creation, right, that was made from smokeless fire. So like when people be talking about spirits in Islam, we call them jinn. They were created just like the angels was created, just like the man was created. So we know that it's human, jinn, and angels. The angels have to worship 24/7. They only do what God says, and they follow His every command. The jinn are made like humans, but they have the ability to shape shift. They can go inside things. They live for about 5,000 years. You know what I mean? They can actually, what is called when a person
yeah, like when they be tweaking,
exorcism,
yeah,
right? But what they say when they go inside you,
I know
possess you.
Yeah, possess you. Yeah,
right. These jinn, they can possess you, right? Fall in love with you, all kind of things. So we believe in the jinn as in that they have free will. Some are Muslims, some are Christians, some are just out and about, just regular. They doing all of the ones and twos. That's what we believe. So yes, the jinn are definitely real now, and they have the same free will as humans. So I think that a lot, like when we see a person that goes crazy, like when you see a person that's mentally ill or majnoon, it means that they're possessed by jinn. Now, as a Muslim is concerned, when we wake up, Alhamdulillah ahyana ba'da ma amatana wa ilayhi nushur. You saying a supplication for waking up. Allahumma inni a'udhu bika min al-khubuthi wal-kaba'ith. Before you go into the bathroom, when you step out of the bathroom, these filthy places that you're going into, when you go into the mosque, when you step out of the masjid, when you leave your house, when you step in your house, before you drink, before you eat, we're saying supplications on a consistent basis to protect us from the jinn as well. So a lot of these people that are going insane, not saying Cenat is insane, he might have went through some depression, not necessarily possessed by a jinn, but when you see a crazy person, we deemed him to be possessed by a jinn, and usually he needs to get exorcism. He needs that jinn to be removed. So I think that for a person that does not have a great connection with God and is not consistently praying on a daily basis, they are subjected to a lot. And that can cause a person to break down and lose their self, whether it be streaming, playing basketball, Dave Chappelle walking away from 50 million, just all of that. And I'm not saying Dave Chappelle went through some mental issues. I think he dipped and he knew what he was doing. Dave Chappelle is Muslim, you know what I'm saying? Not saying he has a great connection with God and he's praying 5 times a day. Allah knows best what his situation is. But when you see a person that's constantly in the remembrance of Allah, it's a different ball game. I don't know. To get lit like Cenat, to get lit like I Show Speed, did you have to do something? You know, because I'm hearing now that who runs everything. We know behind the scenes who's running the show. Now to be super duper Mr. Beastly, you gotta sell your soul?
Yeah, but I don't know. It's crazy too, cause I ain't never hear nothing about Mr. Beast having no kind of
breakdown.
No.
Mr. Beast is cool.
Mr. Beast seemed like they say he's just all business. That's their critique of him, is they say that he don't show no regard for nothing else but business. They say he just obsessed with business and work. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know. These people gotta, like you said, gotta stay prayed up.
Yeah, that's a good comparison. Ginger mentioned hand orange cover eyes. Nice. Yo, but facts, they probably got initiated by them. Yeah, bro, you never know what's going on. Because when a person becomes super lit like that, you got to think about it. Who owns Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all of those platforms? You, bro. You know what I mean? Who is really dishing out these views? And I'm not saying, so to a point, I know like me, the stance that I take, the position that I hold within this social media realm, I think there's a ceiling for me. I think that is just a ceiling. Like, because if I gotta do a certain thing to lose myself or lose my religion or lose my morality to get to a certain place, count me out. I'm not showing up at a Diddy party.
Oh my God!
Like, whatever I got, y'all think that I'm gonna do to get more views that has to deal with immortality and being and demoralizing myself, or what, even if it's not gonna happen, inshallah. Versus the good, yeah, bro. So it's a serious thing. I hope I Show Speed recovers. I hope Cenat recovers. I just don't feel like what he did was correct and the way he went about it. But I don't have no issue with him quitting streaming. Everybody, like, no Diddy, like, retire if you're gonna retire, but retire respectfully. You didn't even have your final game to let people know, yo, I'm doing a retire streamathon.
Yeah.
I'm done, y'all. I can't take it no more. I'm broken down. My girl left me. I'm embarrassed. This is what happened. I'd have been on the internet. That's how I would have been carrying it. Because you seem like you need a therapist or somebody to talk to. Talk to your fans. They the one who got you anything in the world that you want. You want to buy a jet? You could buy a jet. Because they helped you out. They believed in you when nobody else did. When you had that one viewer, they was that one viewer.
Because it's a known fact. He said, why do people always do the stinking that because you don't get the views that everybody else who gets them used or did something? Because it's a fact. Because people have spoken about it. Some people who eventually reach those levels, quote unquote, go against the system, have said, bro, they wanted me to really compromise myself. I had to do
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway.
Facts.
Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Facts, bro. These people have been exposed for doing many foul things, right? It's no secret. Like, even with the whole Diddy situation, right? Because it's a public thing. Everybody kind of knows. Bro, that is a thing that's been known in the industry. He didn't just start having parties just yesterday or whenever. They said even when he got indicted, they said he still was having parties until he got arrested.
Yo, bro.
He knew the feds was on him and he's still having parties.
Bro.
What you think is going on behind the scenes, bro? These people are blackmailing you. They got you, like damaging things that compromise your character, all kind of stuff, bro. They'll take your whole business from you.
Yeah, see that? You see that? The
What
the BM of Blueface. There's a lot of drama behind her. She blew up, right? That's what Ginger's saying. And then she made a video about turning to God and leaving the negativity. And now they dragging on the internet making fun. People don't like positivity. That's just the sad part. They like drama. We feed off of negativity. That's why if you put up a reel saying, you know, my wife better never invite me to a such and such, but anything kind of just dealing with the negative. If it ain't a positive, they gonna eat it right up, no freaky.
Bro, these people will tear you down if you allow them. You just gotta do what you do. And also, bro, you gotta realize, don't cross certain lines. There's a fine line. It's a fact. You cannot mention certain things without being censored. It's a fact. And that's just regular everyday people. You can't mention certain things and not be censored on the internet.
Ain't no party like a puff party.
Yeah, bro. Like
Rainbow.
what you think is gonna happen? You get a crazy big platform. They can be like, hold on, bro. Like you think you bigger than the system? You think you're gonna start telling people to do this and do that, bro? They're gonna try to cut you from the waist down, bro. So you got no legs to stand on, bro. You're not just gonna come through and just do this and do that, and you know what I mean? Some of these celebrities and entertainers can literally form quote unquote armies, right? Meaning the amount of people that they can gather to be on their side. They could tear somebody down, have them lose their whole job. You know what I mean? Call your job 1,000 times a day, expose you, dig up some of your old girlfriend and what you did, what you didn't do. Bro, you think these things don't really happen? That's crazy. It definitely happens for a fact. People are getting torn down, right? So there's a certain ceiling, like you said, that, yo, you think you could reach probably without being able to do certain things? Bro, somebody gonna come through and tap you on your shoulder. You don't think all these trillion dollar companies, you don't think the government came through and tapped him on the shoulder and was like, yo, Slim, you doing too much. You ain't bigger than the program.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, and you know what? You gotta fall in line.
Yeah. Somebody asked about the ripstick being able to hit the back. No freaky. Yes, it can. Once you purchase the ripstick, you get four user guide program. You just scan the QR code, and you're gonna see all of the different workouts to actually hit your entire upper body, including the back. Ginger said, I get torn apart on my TikTok lives all the time. It's hilarious. Yeah, people don't like positivity. It's unfortunate. TikTok is definitely the new wave. Live selling, affiliate selling, all of it is on another level. But I want to get back to that point. They spoke about why Michael Jackson was killed, right? Saying what he did. Why did he really went to prison?
Why did Bill Cosby really go to prison? At what, 70 whatever years old or whatever?
Bro, they been knew he was whatever with them chicks. Them chicks was 15 and 16 pulling up to a Playboy party. How did you get here at 15 and 16?
Yeah, let me I'm not condoning anything, but I'm just saying, at the same time I'm saying, what you mean you in the Playboy mansion, you like, yo, let me see your ID. You in here already.
Yeah, when you come to a Playboy mansion at 15, 16, how did you get there?
And we all on drugs.
And more than likely, your mother and your father gave you to them people. They gave you to them people. Hey, dressed you up and brought you over to that damn Playboy plate and sold you. They sold you over there.
They been knew R. Kelly was doing what he was doing.
Either that or you was just outside. Like R. Kelly being with, what's her name? Aaliyah at 16. Aaliyah was outside. She was getting cooked at, 15, 14, 13, all of them. Jay-Z being with Beyonce at 16. Beyonce was rapping outside, bucky naked, singing. Will you pay my bills? Will pay your telephone bill? Bro, all of this has been going on. been going on for years. And we spoke about the age and all of that and the time that we live in. And way back then, people was dying at 40. So obviously they was getting married at 14 and 15 and 16.
People
so
was dying from a toothache, son.
dying from a toothache. So it was a little different.
Way different.
But still, you know what I mean? Yeah, a lot of these people are in the position they are in, no freaky, because some of them sold. I'm not seeing all of them. Me personally, I was doing 100 million views a month, and I ain't getting in bed with them people, no freaky.
We ain't sold nothing but a ripstick.
That's it. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying there's a certain status and level that when you hit that level, some people say, in order to get there.
Oh my God!
Yeah, they knocking on that door.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you gotta think about it. These companies like Facebook, right? Meta, right? You got all of these, like, this is how people consume media and they know what's going on in the world. So whatever narrative they want to push or promote, that's the narrative that's going to be pushed and promoted. That's what it is. There's no way of stopping that.
He sent me a video and I watched it. I watched it already. So I didn't even watch it when he sent it to me. It was a guy on the panel. I don't know where it was, Congress. And he was asking a lady.
Oh, yeah.
Can a man...
Let me see if I can pull a video up.
Can a man have a baby?
Yeah, let me see
What
if
you
I can
said?
pull that video up.
I didn't see what you said, Ginger. Ginger, we on Facebook, YouTube, 2 different YouTube. So we got like mad chats. So we got mad different chats. You know what I mean? And all of these feminists. One lady was asking these feminists, what you gonna do, feminists, when men stop getting married? When men stop doing the oil rig jobs, building buildings. She on the mic. The lady said that mic you got was built by a man. When you gonna stop firing men up and talking bad about men? And men stop talking bad about women and just like coexisting. Like, but these feminists, bro, like, y'all really want to be equal, but it's a double standard. When a man cheats and when a woman it's just man having multiple wives and a woman having multiple husbands. It doesn't work. I seen a joint man said when a woman cheats. No, he said when a man cheats, he had like 5 bowls of water. It's like washing your hand in 5 different bowls. It's the African guy.
Yeah, that's a fact. I seen that.
And then he said, but when a woman cheats, and then he said it's like washing your hands, many hands washing your hands in one bowl, and all the bowls was moved, and then he started washing his hand, then a group of people came through.
Yeah.
And they started washing their hands in a bowl. Bro, from the beginning of time, polygamy, we know the women are going to be jealous. We know the women are not going to want to share the man. We know that right now women outnumber men. We know that there's multiple women that are single. And we know that there are women that would rather...
Listen, what he said, most women want, what is it, the top 10% of men?
Yeah, see, Baki said it. Just respond to the question. Yeah. Just period. I was pissed too. Like, people don't get it. Just respond to the question. That's why your man out here cheating now.
That's a fact.
Because you think, and you know, you're like, all right, man, I know he gonna cheat. I just don't want him to have another wife. And you just rather him cheat it up. What you about to put?
Men and women need each other no matter what.
Bottom line. Men are the protectors and the maintainers, though. Because if men say, yo, you know what? Women want to be equal. That's why a dude always be saying, he's like, you want to be equal to me? Which dude in here you could beat up?
Facts.
Ain't one there dude in here you gonna manhandle and beat up. One of the weakest men in here is gonna duff you out, shorty. Not saying that there's some women that are cooks of men. I can possibly
But there's
get
exceptions to the rule.
There's exceptions to the rule. There's some women I get in the ring with, and I gotta be real careful, right? But majority, the rule of thumb is that men are stronger than the women. Bottom line. Put chat overlay, gang. Who's that?
What do you think it is?
Yeah,
You said put chat overlay. Yo, I'll do that.
What's chat overlay?
The chat on the screen, so they want to be able to see the chat, like in the corner. You know how they be having a chat on the screen.
Yeah, we gotta do that. It's not cheating if the wife knows that at this point. You just know that he's wandering around, but will come home. Some women are okay with that, and some aren't. My thing is, I'm not. You got to think about it. You want to know. You don't want him wandering, because he can be wandering into a HIV infested situation. All of that situation needs to be. He needs to be able to, be guided through that, because a man is gonna sometimes not be able to handle himself. And just think with his stick, and then next thing you know, he jumping on this chick, and then she okay with it, so that means he gonna jump on the next chick, and then he jumping on this chick, and then he roll with this one, and he roll with that one. He not taking nobody to get tested before they actually lay down. You in a bad situation now. You putting yourself at risk. Just put this on the screen. You gonna put the chat overlay?
Nah, yeah. Somebody told me to do that, so I started.
Nah, we gonna be here forever. You in the way.
Yeah. What I was doing, I'm looking for the video. Yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna put the chat overlay next time, y'all.
Yeah, that's gonna be. Yeah, that's gonna be crazy. Yeah, but you gotta definitely be careful. Yeah, right. Teach your own. In fact, some women are stank. Yeah, you gotta be careful with all of the things that's going on out here. My man was just telling me he in Prince George's County. He was like, "Yo, Maryland just got like 8,000 new cases of HIV," and I'm like, "Yeah," because when you start talking about DC and all of these areas, the homosexuality rate over there is cathered. It's major. It's mad dudes jumping on dudes. And like most of the gay dudes unfortunately got that thing. So now the dudes is not just straight all the way gay, now they bi. So they got a bat and a glove. So they going in some doo-doo, and then they coming out doo-doo.
Yo, what?
And going right up in the woman. And next thing you know, she got it.
Yeah, this dude.
Yeah, bro, it's nasty work. You're right, Ginger. All of this stuff is it's a cesspool. You gotta be very, very careful with what you doing. A woman would more time not stay with her man and got another woman pregnant off of wandering around. Yeah, but look what they were saying about Cardi B. She left a dude that was cheating on her to go with another dude
that's cheating on her,
that got 4 baby mamas at the same time. She a baby mama. I seen something where they said a dude put up a profile on Tinder and said that he beats women and he went to jail for it. And because, and now that he's home, bro, he went viral. All the women was in his inbox was like, yeah, I understand. XYZ, everybody in his inbox is short. Bro, the man just told you that he went to the can for whooping on a joint, for beating a girl. You know what I'm saying? But now that makes all the other women intrigued. And then most women don't want a dude that no women want.
Yeah, they want the same top 10% of men. That's why.
So
if usually the way it works is that if a man is usually finds it easy to get women, that's just what it is. That's because those women usually want that kind of man. You could be a good dude, work, come home, pay your bills, take care of your woman, take care of your kids. But the reality of the situation is, bro, if she don't want you, she don't want you, bro. She just waiting for that next come up. That's it. That's it, bro. That's it, bro. I don't care. Don't matter. Don't matter the religion, the race. You know, it's just the reality of the situation, man. You just gotta find a good woman, and like you said, that vetting process gotta be on point.
When you say that, it said people close their eyes to red flags and then play victim.
All the time.
Yeah.
All the time. They like what's my man said in when we was in LA, he said, yo, people will see the chips in the wall, the crack. They see the cracks in the wall, and they take the paintbrush and they'll paint over it.
Yeah, try to switch you. Nah, that ain't really you.
And then, lo and behold, later on, them cracks start seeping through again, and then you just like, oh, what's
Nah,
going
that's
on
not
here?
him. That's not him.
I ain't see that.
Yeah, that's him. That's him.
That's him. That's him. All right, let's see this video real quick.
Now check this video out. This is the problem with people now. You think
that men can get pregnant?
Hold on, y'all. I want to make sure it don't echo.
I hesitated there because I wasn't sure where the conversation was going or what the goal was. I mean, I do take care of patients with different identities. I take care of many women. I take care of people with different identities. And so that's where I paused. I think, I wasn't sure where you were going with that.
Well, the goal is just the truth. So can men get pregnant?
Again, the reason I paused there is I'm not really sure what the goal of the question is.
The goal is just to establish a biological reality. You just said a moment ago that science and evidence should control, not politics.
Absolutely.
So let's just test that proposition. Can men get pregnant?
I take care of people with many identities, but
can men get pregnant?
I take care of many women that can get pregnant. I do take care of people that don't identify as women. That
Can men?
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Yo, bro, we don't even got it. You want to continue playing the video?
Nah.
I'm gonna say, she basically goes on and on and on and talks about basically nothing. She never answers the question. Like, she never answers the question, bro. She just literally continues on and on and on and never answers the question. Like, it's unbelievable that she's supposed to be some quote unquote scientist, right? And she can't answer a basic question. Can men have kids?
Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Come on, man.
Bro, that's despicable. We live in a time where a doctor, you see her name said doctor.
Yeah, so if she's in charge of any kind of mental health, any kind of, Dr. Vermin. She's a vermin. Bro. Yo, bro.
Vermin.
Yeah, she needs to be eradicated. Bro.
Talking about, I deal with many different clients who identify with being, so I feel like you can't really answer that question because you gotta put them in a box, and you can't put them in a box, and we're supposed to lead with science. And science, and that's what he said. He said, yo, listen, if we lead with science, can men give birth? But I just don't think that we should be saying things like that.
Let's go. Let's play it again. Let's see what she started out now. Let's see what she said.
All right.
Let's see, because this is hilarious.
Pregnant.
again, as I'm saying.
Let me just remind you what you testified to a moment ago. Science and evidence should control, not politics. So, can men get pregnant? You're a doctor, I think.
Science and evidence should guide medicine.
Do science and evidence tell us that men can get pregnant? Biological men, can they get pregnant?
I also think yes/no questions like this are a political tool. And
No, yes, no questions are about the truth, doctor. Let's not make a mockery of this proceeding. This is about science and evidence, and I'm asking you. You know, the United States Supreme Court just heard arguments yesterday at great length on this question. This is not a hypothetical question. This is not theoretical. It affects real people in their real lives. And you're here as an expert, called by the other side as an expert, and you've been telling us that you follow, right, you're a doctor, and you follow the science and the evidence. So I just want to know, based on the science, can men get pregnant? That's a yes or no question. It really is, I think.
I think you're trying to reduce the complexity
That's
of a
it.
lot.
I'm not. I'm trying to get, it's not complex. I'm trying to get to an answer, and I'm trying to test, frankly, your veracity.
Yeah, so I don't know. Y'all right there is that right there
That's
is
nasty work.
That's nasty.
Yeah. That,
He said what's Russell Westbrook voice.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Yo, bro, listen up. This is I seen a video.
Wait, hold on. Wait, hold on. Somebody said y'all are the right wing influences everyone is talking about. Yo, if we as a society, as a human race, never mind society, as a human race, if we cannot come together and say that women have kids, women give birth, men don't
answered
give
the
birth,
question clearly.
is unbelievable.
Yeah, or she, just say no, men can't have kids, and then go into your transgender theology and everything else if you want to, but just keep it 1,000, and that's the problem. Sex and gender are different things. Yeah, there's another one. There's another one. There's another one. Yo, bro.
Something is wrong here. Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway.
Dead giveaway.
Charles, thank you very much.
Dead giveaway.
Yo, there is no way you telling me that a doctor can't answer a simple and basic question like, can men have kids? What? That's crazy.
We ain't no damn right wing. We Muslim. Let me tell you something. Right? Let me tell you something.
Damn, I really supported y'all, and now I
found
found out y'all are right wing now, shaking my head.
We not right wing, bro. We Muslim.
Yo, I wish I could pull up the baseball bat emoji.
Go, bro. Do you understand that there are transgenders that's going to prison? Men going to female prisons, identifying as women and raping the women in the prisons. I'm not saying that all transgenders is on that same vibe. I'm not saying that. And that because you're a trans or because you homosexual, I got homosexuals in my family. Or because of, your sexual preference that you're a disgusting person. No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying religiously, men and women was the natural order. Men and women was the natural order from day one. Without men and women being a natural order, there would be no transgender.
How did you get here to even be quote unquote identifying as a transgender? How did you even get here?
So my issue with, and I'm not, listen, this is not about transgenders. This is about the reality of it. If somebody doesn't agree with homosexuality or transgender, it's like, it's a big deal. It's a big deal.
And I think that kind of was his point. It wasn't to quote unquote get into the semantics of transgender, non-transgender, this, that, what you believe. It was just a blank statement. Can men have kids? It was a yes or no. He said, listen, we don't got to go back and forth. A yes or no question.
It's not a point of men being, a women or being trans back in Egypt. That doesn't mean it's right. That doesn't mean it's right. We're just talking about right and wrong on a religious aspect. We're Muslim. We don't support it. We never will support it. And we're not watering it down. We're not going to sit here and say, yes, it's fine. God loves. No, we're going to say what God says about homosexuality and transgender and all that other stuff. It's not nothing crazy about it. We just speaking just facts from what we believe in as Muslims, and that's no knock to you. If you the situation when a trans dude was in the bathroom at Planet Fitness,
Oh man,
masturbating, you could basically see the shadow him under the stall masturbating. It was disturbing because there's women in that bathroom, and I just feel like a lot of the rules that they're setting in place, if you feel like you don't know your sexual preference, or if you not, then you got to go in another bathroom. Or if
I ain't gonna lie to you, but then they would say it's discriminating because if I was gonna say, well, just make a trans bathroom. If you unsure, just make it the unsure bathroom. I do not identify bathroom, and just let them go there, because now you send your 10-year-old, your 12-year-old in the bathroom, and you know what I mean. It could be a whole, it's
I'm not infringing on the freedom of nobody else. I could care less.
It's crazy,
about
you know what I mean?
what they do,
bro. You do whatever you want to do, but my thing is, don't push that on to other people, and that's the fundamentals. I think, again, when you ask a simple question to say, can men have kids? And you can't answer that, that becomes the problem.
Yeah, and the issue is what I'm saying today. When you are trans and you are homosexual, I'm not mad that you are trans or homosexual.
I don't care.
But
That's your problem.
When I'm not trans or homosexual and I got something to say about it, the trans and the homosexuals are mad about it. Listen, lakum dinukum waliya din. To you be your religion and to me be mine. Men can't have kids, but bottom line.
You said you could care less, but you out here doing a whole live about less than 0.0000001% of the world. Wow. This live is not about that. It was just a conversation that came up, and apparently a couple of people also have watched the video. And it just goes to speak to a greater point, honestly, to the mindset of people in general.
Yeah, if you've been paying attention, we don't care how they live their life, and we happy how they live their life. Not happy, but I'm just saying, bro, if you chop off your hammer, my hammer's still connected.
Bro.
Just you chopping off your hammer don't mean my hammer chopped off too. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, I don't care what. Them people do what they want to do. But I'm saying is, don't push that on to other people. And that's my whole quote unquote issue or problem with, you know what I mean, whatever that people want to do. I don't even think that when it comes to kids at a certain age shouldn't even be having, why are you even bringing this up to have a sexual conversation with a 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, talking about you transgender, you non-binary, you LGBTQFDHRGT.
That's another issue when you start pushing it on the children. It's being done systematically.
Gender and sex are different things, bro. Yo, pull up ChatGPT. Ask ChatGPT, is sex and gender two different things?
Yeah, chat. I mean, chat is really influenced too. Let me see if chat. Hey chat, sex and gender. People are saying that sex and gender are two different things. Is it two different things? And if it is, what's the difference?
Yeah, absolutely. So generally speaking, sex refers to the biological differences between males and females, like chromosomes, hormones, and anatomy. On the other hand, gender is more about the social and cultural roles, behaviors, and identities that society considers appropriate for men and women. So while they often align, they can be distinct from each other.
Okay, so usually trans and pro-trans and homosexuals and things are trying to make a major distinction behind it. Why is that?
Yeah, definitely. For many people, distinguishing between sex and gender helps to acknowledge and respect individual identities and experiences. For example, transgender individuals might have a gender identity that doesn't match the sex they were assigned at birth, and recognizing that distinction can help in supporting their rights and well-being. It also helps create a more inclusive environment by acknowledging that gender is a spectrum rather than a binary concept.
Got it. Okay, so that's the word semantics that's going on. Gender and gender and sex.
It really does come down to the semantics and the different layers of meaning, and it's all about capturing the complexity of human identity and experience. It definitely helps foster a more nuanced and respectful conversation around these topics.
So yeah, so now that's why I see a lot of people saying I identify as a dog, or I identify as a cat, or I identify as a woman and a really a man.
Yeah, that's definitely a topic that can spark a lot of debate and discussion. Some people use that kind of language to express non-traditional identities or to challenge societal norms, and it can be a way for them to explore and communicate their sense of self. It can definitely be complex and sometimes controversial, but it all ties back into the broader conversation about identity and self-expression.
All right, thanks a lot, chat.
Brother, what's that?
Yeah, yo, bro.
Yo.
Okay, so this is the thing, cause I haven't. This whole sex and gender thing is okay. The difference is sex.
Like somebody said, gender and sex are two sides of the same coin. Facts. You cannot split the two. That's a fact. Society is built off of only two genders, male and female, woman and man. However you want to slice it down the middle. That's what it is. And the sex that you are, you can only be a man or woman, a boy or girl. There's no other. So at that point, what you like?
Uneducated. What do I need? I mean,
I'm gonna be honest with you. That kind of education, I don't want to be educated on.
yeah,
bro,
because that's a whole new education. That's,
nah, I'm good.
That's brand new.
I'm good.
We just learned the truth and rejected it. No, we
No.
heard what ChatGPT. He said gender is dealing with social norms and how men and women are in society.
What's that? What's
men
that?
and women? So
What's that cartoon character? The one who was in the jungle with the gorillas or whatever, and he thought he was a gorilla. You know what I'm talking about?
yeah.
So according to, he was a man, but he was in the jungle with the gorillas, and he thought he was a gorilla, right? So the gender, right? He identified as a gorilla until he realized, oh snap, Slim, I'm a whole human being.
Yeah, you can't define what a woman is, please. No, he said you can't. You wouldn't train a trans person.
What do you mean train them?
I don't train people, period.
What do you mean train them with a word?
I don't train people.
Bro, what is
Me
this? Is not
personally,
about.
if you was born a man, you are a man. If you was born a woman, you are a woman. I don't know about none of that.
Facts.
Yo, bro.
Facts, bro.
Bro.
Not the cap.
I talk facts.
Bro, they literally just be saying and coming up with whatever. So if you, my thing is,
Mental gymnastics just try to deny the truth that was just told to you. There's nothing that was just told to us. ChatGPT said what he said about gender. He's like, you can make a distinction, but how? Because a person that has a hammer was born a man. Holding. Gonna say, yo, my gender is a female. Based on what? Based on how I feel. I mean,
so if you say
maybe if you was a hermaphrodite,
if you say you was, oh yeah, that's a different story.
If
But
you
that's even a smaller percentage of the population. That's pretty rare. But if you said, yo, I'm a 10-foot man, right, and I got claws and I got horns and all of that, we supposed to identify this is a wild animal. This is a tiger. This is a bear.
Yo,
you can't go off into something that just don't make sense. That's the problem with trying to over explain and over understand something that's already simple.
Yo, salute to my man Midwest Calisthenics, Quincy Trainer. My man Self-Made said I identify as a muscle up. Yo, bro. Nah, we was talking about Cenat and stopping streaming and how he made over $6 million in the last 2 months, and his support system paid. They paid and got him that $6 million, and he basically left them for dead.
Yo, I identify as the president of the United States, so therefore we're gonna change a lot of rules and regulations here, since we could just identify as whatever it is that we want to identify as.
See, the brother got a point here. He said, if ask the guy what is a female, and they won't be able to define what a female is without sex. You can't define what a female is without sex or gender.
All right, so okay, let's like he said before, you need a man and a woman. I don't care what you identify as. You need a man and a woman to procreate. Simple as that. Okay, so all of the other stuff and words and terminologies that you want to get to identify as this is a man, but this is not, and this is a woman, and this is not, whatever you want to call it. You need two opposite genders to procreate. Simple as that. I don't care if you want to call it a tall man, a short man, a slim woman, a fat woman. You need two genders, okay? Genders, sexes, whatever you want to call it. You can't. It can't be the same. So the fact that we played a video and it was a whole doctor here who couldn't answer a simple question as to a man. Now you can't say, oh, but you know what he's referring to, right? You know he's referring to a man. We know what kind of genitalia that comes with, etc. We're talking about a man. Can a man have babies? Can a man give birth? And the fact that a doctor can't answer that question is very, very alarming. And it says a lot about the society and the norms and the state of the world that we're in right now.
Idris, that's a fact. And a doctor could answer, but the fact that the doctor is so, I don't know if it's money, don't know, obviously the agenda. But we off that topic, man. Shout out to Cenat, man. I hopefully he do his due diligence and do the right thing, and at least come on Twitch and tell the people that you don't just make a video after 2 months of going ghost and say, yo, you know what? I'm quitting streaming. Why do trans people?
That's fire. That makes sense. That's fact. You want to read it?
Aesthetics?
Yeah. So why do trans people take on aesthetics that are based on sex if they are unrelated? Facts. Why is it that a man will quote unquote become a woman and start to wear a dress and want to grow breast and all of these traits that are of a quote unquote woman?
That's a good point.
Or vice versa. They taking all of these shots and things that are not natural. This is not, you was not born like that, right? So you took all of these shots and injections and medications and all kind of stuff, and then what? Now you're trying to take on a trait that's usually associated with a man. Makes no sense. When you was in the feds, did you see any
I didn't really see no trans no trainees like that. But I know in New York, bro, even in the adolescents.
Oh, they had dudes with breasts in there?
Yeah, and they was in the one upper. I remember, and then one of my mans, he had fried a dude up from the Bronx because he hit him with a hot dog on his head. It was all kind of stuff going on.
My God.
And we was playing Scully, and when my man AK went down to shoot the Scully, my man duffed him out. Boop, bop, boop, boop. I'm talking about his tooth had to be like this long. That joint was hanging out. And he wouldn't even come out. Almost knocked AK tooth out. He had went up to one upper or whatever, and he was up there with them, bro. And they had breasts, shape, and all that, looking like real good. Yo, bro, that joint was nasty work on the island. Yeah, man.
And that was a minute ago.
Yeah,
so I can only imagine how bad it is now.
That was 2003. So, and we was hearing about dudes was up there going in the doodle, and just random. Yes, it's a wild world, man.
Yeah, that's wild. Yeah, that's wild. You said, brothers, do y'all know who built the pyramids? What's your thoughts? I don't know who built the pyramids. I don't know. I have no idea. You gonna ask ChatGPT?
Yeah, I'm gonna see what's up. See what's up with chat. I don't know. Yo, chat, what's the verdict, man? Who built the pyramids in Egypt?
That's always a fascinating topic. The pyramids in Egypt, especially the Great Pyramids of Giza, were built during the Old Kingdom around 2600 to 2500 BCE. They were constructed primarily by a large workforce of skilled laborers, artisans, and laborers who were likely paid and well fed rather than slaves. There's a lot of interesting archaeology and history behind it.
Okay. Artists and laborers.
Exactly. It's pretty amazing how advanced and organized they were for their time. It's definitely a testament to the incredible engineering and cultural achievements of ancient Egypt.
Jinns did. Damn, that's a guy. The Jinns built the pyramids, probably.
You know what's crazy? So ask ChatGPT if there's more pyramids in Sudan than there is in Egypt.
Yeah, yo, Quincy Trainer. Detroit. I gotta pop up to Detroit, and I gotta also pop up to Ohio. But listen, August might be funny because I gotta be 2 places in August. So I'll let you. I'll let you know the dates is like the ending of August, and then I gotta do the expo. I forgot what date that is in August. Go ahead, Alex.
Absolutely. If you're curious about more details, like how they...
Just ask, bro.
Is there more pyramids in Sudan than there is in Egypt?
Yeah, that's right. Sudan actually has a significant number of pyramids as well, particularly in the region of Nubia. There are actually more pyramids in Sudan than in Egypt, and they're from the ancient kingdom of Kush. They have their own unique style and history, and it's definitely fascinating to compare them.
Thanks, chat.
Yeah, you heard of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge Islam? No.
Yeah, I've come across that before. It's an organization that blends elements of spiritual teachings and practical knowledge, often with a focus on self-improvement and community. It's definitely an interesting blend of philosophies and practices. If you want to chat more about it, I'm happy to dive in.
That question was not even meant for ChatGPT, but yeah, nah.
Yeah, because somebody asked me, you heard about the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge? No, I never heard of it. For sure, we have a championship battle in Cleveland, Ohio in May. Okay, that might be the play. I might be able to pop out to that joint in May. Well, ask him. Jinns are giants like Ad and Thamud. Ask him, was there machines that are able to lift those blocks back then?
No.
What you was trying to see? Laser technology, brothers?
No, I was saying about your hands.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Of course, it wasn't no machines back then. But how did they do that?
I don't know, but
bro, that's crazy.
But I think there was a time where we were, quote unquote, as a human race, we were a lot more advanced than people think. You know what I mean? But I think that we obviously went backwards in some way, and I feel like that's probably what's going to happen. He said, what's that video you sent me a long time ago? And it was something like, it was like talking about, I started as I don't know, I was poor or something like that, and then I got rich.
Yeah.
And then I got, my grandkids were rich or something, and my great grandkids is gonna be broke or poor or something like that. Something similar to that or something of that nature. And I think that that's probably what, what's gonna happen. I feel like, especially when it comes to, you can start getting into diet and the things that we eat and, the things that we consume, whether it be, from the atmosphere and the environment that we're in. It's endless. It could go on and on as to, people are getting sicker. You know what I mean? Like, from things that we, quote unquote, should have gotten an answer for or a fix to, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Like, way, like a long time ago. And people are still getting more and more sick from these kind of things. That doesn't make any sense. People are becoming more and more depressed. You know what I mean? Like I'm trying to figure out how you could be more depressed than a slave who ain't bathe in a few days and they doesn't lost they kids and the slave master is dogging your wife out and all of that
Yeah.
kind of stuff is going on. I'm trying to figure out how you end up being more depressed than them.
Yeah,
You know what I
somebody
mean?
said I sent you a message on TikTok to be a part of the affiliate program. You're a disabled vet. This product is perfect for me. Yeah, you can't send me a message. I probably won't get to the message. You probably have to request a sample. And then I'm not gonna lie, we don't have anybody yet that's working on the samples. I'm doing everything from my phone. So once we have somebody that's gonna be working on the samples, they're gonna probably go into our sample inbox and start shipping these samples off ASAP. Right now we waiting though. We got another 2 to 3 weeks before we restock, and once we restock, we're gonna be live and in action.
He said Dirk cut his dreads, but is he cooked? They put him back in main population. I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't know. A lawyer is best.
Yeah.
What y'all feel about Iran? What you mean?
I don't.
Be more specific. Strong mean being strong. What is that? Strong mean
Bring East times that build weak men that being hard times that
okay.
yeah, he's talking about the saying that we was talking about.
Yeah. A lot of people is talking about diet in the chat. And I would say, man, when it comes to diet, try a carnivore diet. If you could do a salad and just all meats, no freaky. I'm talking about beef meat, no freaky turkey, liver, steak, chicken. If you could mix it up, you know what I mean, and have 3-4 different types at once, no freaky, and eating that with fruits and salads and just no carbs, bro, you're gonna shred up.
So the girls in Iran taking off hijabs and smoking cigarettes now.
Of course not. What do you think I think about that? That's Layam Buggy.
Walaikum salam wa barakatuh. Morocco, love your videos.
Much love.
Much love.
Islam,
Appreciate
you
it.
heard of the guy named Captain Tazaryak? No, I never heard of him. The jinns used to build marvels for Prophet Sulaiman alayhi salatu salam. If you read Quran, it is mentioned. Facts. He ain't never lie. He ain't never lie about that. So definitely, I gotta talk to Mufti about that if he have heard anything about the jinn building the pyramids, which is possible. Because who else could have did that? Bro, you see the blocks?
Yeah, it's amazing, honestly.
Which I think about Ibrahim, what's his name?
Troy.
Yeah, they say he just banned, what was it? Weave from coming into the city.
Oh man, Allahu Akbar.
Yeah, they not playing.
Man, that's
Nah, I didn't see what was going on in Iran, bro. I've been making these TikTok videos like nobody's business. Bro, I've been super busy. So
Dubai in the building.
if it hasn't popped up really on my feed, I've seen Cenat. That Cenat situation has been going on for obviously months. So I got to see that, but I don't really be, bro. Sometimes I'll be oblivious. I don't really be having the time of the day. There is so much going on. You know what I mean? But yeah, I gotta start getting more in tune. Yeah, I gotta start tapping in. I haven't seen what's going on in Iran. Nah. Alhamdulillah, this is my brother right here.
You know, I think it's crazy that there be so much things, and I think that people, get beside themselves when they start thinking about their situation, and they start, taking their situation for granted when it comes to the things that they have access to. Just seeing a video, just think back to when we was in Egypt, right? You think majority of people in Egypt have no worry or concern too much to what is going on in the US. They don't care about whether Walmart is open or closed or whether Amazon packages being delivered. They don't care nothing about nothing. They got their own stuff going on, right? And then you go to somewhere else and they got wars going on, and Sudan is bombs going off and people is killing each other, and this person is Muslim, this person is a Christian. He's just like, bro, you gotta be grateful for what you got, man. You know what I mean? You just don't get crazy.
Pleasure meeting you at the expo. Whole crew in a 619 getting right with the rip sticks. With those, buddy. If you don't own one, get you one.
Yeah, they listen.
So
The world goes on.
Civilians.
Even
Facts
when you
killing.
die.
The world moves on. Subhanallah.
Even when you die, the world goes on.
We don't know. We hearing Kai's quitting streaming. I don't know. I don't follow him.
I don't know if he's really quitting. I don't know if he's pivoting. I don't know, but he put out he's quitting or something.
I didn't even get to watch the video,
But
the depression video.
But
I just feel like, yo, bro, you only reason you even thinking about depression is because of a female.
there was a play on words about, oh, is Kai really quitting? Is he not quitting or whatever? I don't know. I mean, honest with you, I don't really think he's quitting, but I think he's probably using some of this to kind of like branch off and pivot into doing what is that called, like fashion and stuff like that. But at the same time, I do think that it's a possibility that because of his recent situation with the girl and all that, I think that he's probably losing, or he might lose sight of what got him to where he's at in the first place. You know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people, you know, make that same mistake. And when you're at the top of the game like that, you know, bro, when you're at the top of the mountain, it's a long way to fall down.
Yeah.
He said, damn, boys shut down Starlink, had U.S. rethinking tactics. I'm not familiar. You got to give me more details about what you're talking about.
Yeah, check.
Yeah, but yeah, I know Starlink is banned in certain countries. Not sure how many countries specifically, but I just know there's a couple that is banned. You got to think, man. He's like, what's that dude? What is it, Brunei? The dude with the golden toilet and 500 Rolls Royces and
yeah,
and then $20,000 haircut and all that. Bro, this mad stuff going on in the world that is like, bro, you gotta like pick and choose the kind of media or the things that you consume when it comes to like information. Bro, we are not the best of individuals. We're not better than or whatever you want to call it, bro. There's mad stuff going on. You know what I mean? People got lives, families, and friends.
Look what Casino said.
Allah can test you by giving you everything that you want, and that itself can be a punishment. Yeah, because it could break you.
Yeah.
Break you down.
Yeah, that's why you just gotta.
Yeah, sometimes people. What you told me, you said sometimes you'll get the things that you ask for, and then you won't do the right thing with it or something, and then you look back, and then years later or whatever time later, and you're like, yo, you know, Allah, give me this, can you give me that or whatever, and you know, it's just like, yo, Allah gave you that. You wanted a good husband and a successful business, and you went out and you was in the club, bottle full of bub.
Mommy, I got that X.
If you're taking drugs.
Cenat gotta stay on his purpose and not lose focus. It's okay to take a break here, there, but stay consistent.
That's a fact. That's a whole fact.
All right, Tech. Good looking for even keeping us up to date with that. I'm gonna check it out. See what's the verdict. Yeah, bro.
It said, never mind, just know chess being played with people's lives at the highest level. That's a fact. Bro, there's no way.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go live and play him with chess and fix him a tall glass.
Oh man, this dude. Yeah, we could set that up.
Cooking wifey, like
we could.
I mean, I let her win a game one time. No, she had got me. She got me. But then, so I just was like, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna really pay attention. Cause I can make mad mistakes for her. Yeah.
That was some shots. He said I could make mad mistakes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You ain't see the video of Cenat trying to read? Nah.
Nah, I ain't see
Nah,
that.
Google that.
He said, in Morocco, we still waiting for Starlink from 6 years
think he
ago,
can read.
and still the government won't do ish to give him the license. I'm
rip
living
stick?
in a remote area, and the cellular is so ishy. It's like 2 megabits per second at most. Damn.
May Allah help you. At least you got you on the internet.
I was about to say,
now.
at least you watching this live stream.
Yeah. It's a new video. May Allah help him. I didn't know he couldn't. I mean,
I don't know.
yeah,
I mean, they
but-
say Floyd Mayweather can't read. I don't know if it's true or not.
And who cares, right? Now I know he don't care. My issue with him is obviously what he did on stage.
Yeah,
with
that
them
was
folks. That was nasty work.
nasty. Yeah.
Exactly. Why do people look for motivation when it's there when you wake up? Every single morning. Every single morning you get up, tell yourself, do it now.
Do it now.
Do it now. Bro, the top 1%, bro, they move with urgency. Do
You
it
ain't lying.
now.
You ain't lying.
Now, if I say, yo, Mel, you gotta, he'll go to sleep sometimes and,
Yo.
Oh my God!
Bro, how did this conversation, bro, take a mean left turn,
I'll be like, yo, you got that?
Bro.
Like,
bro?
You're not my dad!
I ain't Obama.
bro. He be like, yo, I was asleep, bro. I fell asleep, like,
Bro.
you was a Bama.
Bro, sometimes when he be talking to me, bro, it be sounding like this.
I would assume you what's the opposite of homosexual? Heterosexual. I would assume his ass is a homosexual. It's different. So if he was not a homosexual,
You gotta say heterosexual.
a heterosexual. So if he was a heterosexuals, bro, I'm gonna assume that you a heterosexuals and bro a heterosexuals too. I'm already ahead of the sexuals. So I'm assuming everybody who hangs with me is ahead of the sexuals, bro. If you not ahead of these sexuals,
Yo,
Bro, sometimes he be saying stuff and I be like, what is he saying, bro?
bro, he capping. Bro, you gotta be ahead of the sexuals. Yo, bro, Jay Mean is wild for that.
Nah, he was wildin'. Yeah.
Why would he record himself trying to read? I don't know.
I have no
Of
idea.
course, we believe in Jesus. We believe he was one of the greatest prophets to ever walk the face of the earth, and that he was born through the Virgin Mary. That God said be, and he was. Kun fayakun. Sent down the angel Jibril. Angel Gabriel breathed into Maryam's sleeve, and she conceived.
I talk facts.
God is not the Father. He's not the Son, and he's not the Holy Spirit.
I talk facts.
God is the only one deserved to be worshipped. He has no son, no daughter, no wife. He doesn't eat. He doesn't sleep. He didn't create the heavens and the earth on the 6th day and rested on the 7th. He does not need to rest.
I talk facts.
Yeah, so we believe that Jesus was one of the greatest prophets. And when he was sought out to be killed, God put the likeness of Jesus on the one who betrayed him. And they got to him and crucified him.
I talk facts.
And when they crucified him, we believe that God raised Jesus up. That's why they say the right hand of the Father. Yeah, he raised him up to himself, in which not he's with God, meaning he's seeing God and all that. We don't know the facts on that, but we know he raised him up, and that he's gonna send him back down to fight the Antichrist, which Yah says the Antichrist. We call him the Dajjal. He'll be blind in his right eye and have the word disbelieve on his forehead, and only those who believe will be able to see it. And he have special powers, and
I talk facts.
I could go on about the Dajjal and stuff like that, which y'all call the Antichrist, and only Jesus would be able to kill him.
I talk facts.
So we believe that Jesus never died, and on the 3rd day he rose again. We don't believe he died at all.
I talk facts.
Said, guys, why is the Nation of Islam still exist in the U.S.? We all know that they not.
preach Islam, but Elijah's lies. I mean, to each his own.
I think sometimes, just like with anything, people are raised upon what they're raised upon, and
Yeah, they're not gonna leave it.
they're not gonna leave it. Some people never seek to leave it. Some people never seek, the knowledge, the information, anything of the sort. So that's why some people just stay what they are. You know what I mean? Just like even in the street, a life of crime. Some people just stay in a life of crime because they never look to see anything outside of it. So I think that's what it is. But yeah, why you come sit down and talk to the cattle?
Yeah, I'm feeling good too, man. I got all my TikTok videos done, so now I could sit back and relax.
Yeah, but it's they I don't know. I can't answer that, my brother. But yeah. Unfortunately, that's what they upon.
No, that's a fact. We're probably gonna lock in with another live stream tomorrow.
Yes, Sirski.
No, Jesus Christ is not. We don't believe Jesus Christ is God.
Stay gangster, brother. Let's stop faking it. What that mean?
Allah is the one Lord. He ain't never lie.
Yes, Sirski. What, you updating your phone or something?
It updated. I don't know how it did that by itself. Okay, good. Done. Alright, y'all. Unfortunately, me Allah guide him. I mean. Yeah, I heard about the Dawa drama recently. Nah, what happened now?
Yeah, please inform us.
Please inform us before we get off the slide. Dawa bros on camera smoking weed and folding girls. Y'all capping. Which Dawa from where? Dawa from where?
Brother,
What are you talking about?
Probably some bros in the UK, something like that. I don't know. Either that or Philly.
Stop. And I wouldn't even say the UK because the UK be on timing, but it is what it is. We all human, bro. We all fall short. We all trying to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Warner.
The Warner, the brother from LA or Santa Monica or whatever.
Yeah, man. Allah have mercy if the situation is true. I hope.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
And they bounce back, bro. Yeah, so that's it for us, man.
Yes, sir.
Extra money is soft, indubitably.
Indeed.
Bro.
I ain't no Bama!
The dude that rode with Sneeko. The Warner that lies. Do you have sole proof?
Yeah, I don't know.
No, I'm dealing with all of this calisthenic drama as well. All of this.
Man, it's too much, what you call it? Like I said, it's too much stuff to, you gotta just be conscious of what kind of information or what kind of stuff you quote unquote consuming, no freaky. Because there's so much stuff out here.
Bro, I just sit back and wait for dudes' views to go down. And sure enough, they gonna make a video about me because they think, they think they gonna get some views off of me, which a lot of them do.
So, what are people celebrating losing a battle 3 times to the same person? Facts. But he according to him, he said he ain't lose. He said he just finished before him, no freaky.
Yeah, I don't even entertain them dudes.
Bro, at the end of the day, bro, what did you really gain from that battle anyway, bro? You battled, you know what I mean, for both parties involved. Like, the battles ain't go viral, right? You know what I mean? They ain't make no crazy money off of the battles, and that's a fact. So, it's just like, bro, what, like, you battle him.
Whoop de doo!
Like, ain't nothing else going on, bro. You did a battle, the joint is dead, nobody even really cares to see the battle. So,
Whoop de doo!
Go ahead, you want to battle again?
Whoop de
The
doo!
more you get older, you realize ain't nothing worth keeping track of than yourself and your community. Yo, bro, I'll be on timing. Islam, can you look up Captain Tazaryak and see what he says about him? You're probably on the next one. Yeah, probably on the next one, guys. We about to drop the live right now.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, we definitely out. Somebody said stick to the Dawa of calisthenics.
Yeah.
Facts.
Sell it on the bars. Yeah. Calisthenic Prince, I believe. Yeah, he battled on sell it on the bars once. It's a lot of everybody doing what they doing, bro. But
Yeah. All right, guys, we about to wrap it up. Yo, listen, do us a favor, go to Twitch, go follow on Twitch, man. It's free, man. Just go support us, man. If you don't got Twitch, download it, and just hit the follow. Especially if you're on Instagram, at least get over to YouTube and go subscribe over there on YouTube. And show some love, y'all. So we'll be live more than likely tomorrow, inshallah. And
Walaikum salam to Barakatuh Casino.
you'll be able to rock out with us. We got a whole nother topic tomorrow.
Thank God that train got off the lot because.
Indeed.
I talk facts.
All right, y'all. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We will be live tomorrow.
One number two.
آمين وأنتم فا وجزاكم الله خيرا.